Welcome to Dinner by the Minute. I'm your host, Rachel Maskowitz. Here's how to cook simple, healthy, and frugal meals without losing your mind. Learn how to swap out ingredients you don't have, don't like, are allergic to, or simply find too expensive. You don't need specific ingredients, just a pinch of fun. Today's dish is sneaky mac and cheese, the way to get your kids to eat vegetables without even knowing it. Our main ingredients in this is butternut squash, and I'm going to show you how to cut it up so you know how. And I'm going to cut this in half. One of the ways I get rid of, I cut the bell off of this to make it a little bit easier. There we go. So just like a pumpkin or any squash, we're going to find seeds inside. So I'm going to scoop them out. A little bit of elbow grease to get it out. And you don't have to worry about it being too perfectly gutted, just as long as you have the seeds out. Take the peels off. You can use a regular knife. I like to use a peeler. Makes my job a little easier. And this only takes a few minutes if you know what you're doing. I have 2 bunnies in the backyard and they eat all our scraps. We're gonna start by cutting our butternut squash into chunks. And we're doing this for fast cooking. Got our pot ready. Into the pot we go. Ready. Into the pot we go again. Fill till it just covers the butternut squash. We're gonna cover it. Set it on high. Once it comes to a boil, it takes only about 10 minutes to cook. You want to use a lot of water when you're cooking pasta, so that we don't get sticky, starchy noodles. That's right. I'm going to salt my water with just a little bit of salt. Fun known fact, we don't actually partake of all the salt that goes into the water. Some of it actually gets rinsed off. Cover and also set to high. Once it's boiling, then we'll add pasta. I'm going to take my milk and I'm going to microwave it. It's about a cup of milk, so I'm going to do about 1 minute and 30 seconds. The hot milk saves time. Instead of putting it in a pan cold and having to heat it on very low heat for a long time, we simply add hot milk and save a lot of time. Let's add our pasta to our boiling water. Make sure we give it a good stir so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. And that'll take about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna turn off the heat, take my pasta over to the sink. Shake it out. Don't rinse your pasta, that way the sauce sticks to your pasta because of the starch left over. My butternut squash is now ready. I can fork right through it easily. I'm going to go take it and drain it. I'm going to mash my butternut squash. I'm going to use a hand blender. You don't need to use a hand blender. You can use a fork or a blender or whatever you have. A potato masher will do it too. This just works a little faster for me. Makes a lot of weird noises. Let's turn this mashed butternut squash into cheese sauce. We're going to start with our 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of sage, 1 tablespoon of chili powder. I'm just gonna scoop it in here. This is mustard. This is a surprising one for a lot of people, that I'm mixing something dairy with mustard, but it adds that tang that we're used to getting in our oh so conveniently packaged macaroni and cheese dinners. And of course, everyone's favorite, the classic to this dish, we're gonna add 2 cups of shredded cheese. And stir it up. And last of all, we're gonna add our milk. We may not need to add a whole cup of milk. It depends on how dry or wet your mashed butternut squash is. And throw all the ingredients in a bowl and stir. Finish by scooping in a bowl, topping with ketchup, and enjoy. Bon appetit, and thanks for watching Dinner by the Minute.